I'm not a car guy by any means, so I'm just thinking it not go this bad.
Okay, here's the story. This all started on Tuesday night before I was going to stream. My plan was to go to Walmart before the stream and get a couple things for my dad for his birthday that Wednesday, the day after.
So I went into Walmart Tuesday night and I got a couple of things. Then I come back out, get in my car, you know, everything's normal. Until I stick my key in the ignition, turn it to right, try to start my car up, and it doesn't start. Now this is something that I've had happen to me before, especially recently, the last probably week or two. Every once in a while, I would have little starting issues and I would have to turn it off and then put it back in and then do it again, and it would, it would usually start back up after 1 or 2 tries. And then it was Saturday, whenever Maddie and I went to the mall. That morning, it took probably a few more tries than I would have liked. It took a little while and we were kind of worried for a second. It ended up starting. I wasn't too worried about it because I was just kind of thinking, oh, it's old. Whatever. See, that's the problem with having an old car. Any little thing, you could just chalk it up to the car being old. And because it took a few times that Saturday, Tuesday night whenever I was at Walmart parking lot, I just was like, okay. Kept cranking it a few times, trying to get it to go, but it wouldn't turn over. The engine wouldn't start. The lights on the inside would come on, everything would come on, the battery would come on, but the actual engine itself wasn't starting. I'm not a car guy by any means, so I'm just thinking it not go this bad. So eventually I just gave up and I was like, fine. I'll call Dad. I told him everything that went down, what was happening to the car, why it wasn't going. But what I didn't tell him was what I actually got at Walmart, why I was there. So he ended up coming and picking me up. We took a look at it, and my battery was extremely corroded, like right on the poles. That little guy right there, there was a ton of corrosion. It was really bad. So what we decided to do was clean all that little corrosion off, and then we took the battery out to take it into Walmart and get it checked. We also were gonna try and look for a new battery because this battery we didn't know was extremely old. I got this battery summer before my senior year started, so it was like June or July of 2019. So we took the battery in to get tested, and somehow it was in really good shape. The battery was fine. It wasn't dead. It wasn't needing a charge. It was wonderful. That led us to believe that it was something else. After some speculation, we came to the conclusion that it was most likely a starter issue, but we had no real good way of telling. So we ended up just going home, sleeping on it, and we got it towed the next morning. So right now in the story, it's Wednesday. 9 o'clock in the morning, we come out, we meet the guy to get it towed. It's annoying because usually what I do when I park at Walmart is I'll park in the very back. I'm out of everybody's way, I'm physically able to make the walk. This one time I park up in the front, my car stops working. So I'm up in like the second parking spot. I was right there where that red car is. I'm 40 feet from the building. Luckily though, it was really easy to get it towed. Not too bad. We got it towed to a place here in town called Jerry's Garage. And I'm comfortable taking it there too because they did my inspection not that long ago. So I at least have, an idea that they do a good job. And at that point, the expectation was it'll probably take a couple of days so that way they can get it in and all that kind of stuff. So I was expecting to go all weekend without a car. And Wednesday, I always go into work at 5 o'clock. Before I go into work, it's probably like 4:15 or so. I'm laying in bed at home. I'm chilling out before work, kind of getting rested. And Dad texts me. He says, your car is done. You can go get it tomorrow. And I was like, that was fast. And it just extremely exceeded my expectation because I was expecting, like I said, I was expecting it to be a couple of days and not to have any word on it for a day or two. But the fact that it got done super, super early made me really excited. And when it comes to getting car stuff done, it's typically pretty expensive. So I was really worried that it was gonna cost me a lot of money, even though I had expected it would. I was thinking it would be 500-ish, that ballpark range, depending on what was wrong. Because at that point, we really didn't have a proper diagnosis of what was wrong. And then fast forward to this morning. Alright, we're going to get my car.
There you go. Thank you.
Right now we're dropping off my grandma's truck because we used that because my car was messed up, so I was driving Dad's truck and he was driving Grandma's truck. But now that my car's back, we don't need the truck, so we're giving it back. So I mentioned a bit earlier why I was at Walmart to begin with, before my car went dead. And I was getting stuff for my dad for his birthday. But one of the things that I got was a box of ice cream bars. And because I couldn't get out, they were just sitting in my car, melting. Oh, yeah, it kind of broke a little.
It is a little deformed.
Oh, yeah, it shifted just a hair.
It tastes like
Oh, it tasted like refreeze. It refroze, you can tell.
Oh, yeah, always. Thank you guys so much for watching. Click right here if you want to watch more, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow.